Oh.
The setup is different.
The setup is a little different. I don't know if I can lean over this entire time.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to have it here and hope that I can just hold it. And I can hope that
Okay.
at the very least is better than...
This feels good. We can make it a shake weight.
Yeah, I like it.
We're on our health journey. We're on our health journey. So
We're on a cleanse.
We're on a cleanse.
The show
The
is on a
first thing we
cleanse.
cleansed was the stupid dumb man we didn't need anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to let you talk about that, but what do you want to address?
There are certain things in life that are better in twos.
Tits.
Tits, martinis, opinions,
Podcast teams.
podcast teams. I don't know. We are 2 this week. We are not 3rd. I am Sabrina Piper.
Natalie DECICCO.
We didn't even say the title of the show. You know why? Because usually the show titles aren't protected by a copyright. Isn't that crazy? And usually the producer finds that out. But it's That's Hot with Sabrina Piper and Natalie DECICCO.
Here we are.
Not That's Hot, which is trademarked by Paris Hilton.
She renewed it.
She renewed it. She just renewed it.
Very recently.
And very recently, about 4.5 weeks ago, mazel to her.
Yeah, I got a text from Sabrina immediately being like, she renewed it.
She renewed it.
Copyright.
So then we had to do a little renewal, a little zhuzh. And
Yes.
yeah. Dude, we don't know where Max is. He's on a bender. Just kidding.
That would be cool if he was.
That would be really cool if he was. No. He just, well, I found out from my ex that he drunkenly told that he's doing his own podcast. So I guess he didn't have time to come do this one this week. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he had the time. So,
I mean,
girls are going to rule the world only if we want to.
yes. I was going to say, not even jokingly, go listen to his podcast.
Go listen. I want to listen. I want to know.
I do too.
I'm sure he's the star. He was the star of this show. That's why all the clips, have him talking in them, and I can't post any of them because I'm just sitting there looking confused as he does his 40-second bit that nobody asked him to do. But you know what? Listen to the podcast. I don't know the name of it yet. I
don't either.
I just want to say this. I love him. There is no bad blood. He doesn't even know he's off the show yet. But he's off the show.
This is our version of that CEO firing 200 people over Zoom.
Natalie, I'm supposed to be the comedian. I'm fucked. It's true. This is the new wave.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Joe drops out. Kamala's gonna come in. She's taking over.
How symbolic.
So here we are.
Wow.
I know. Do you like that?
I like that a lot.
I'm waiting on that one.
So this is not our permanent setup.
This is not the permanent setup.
This microphone is hopefully never making a reappearance.
Well, it's not made anymore. It's by Radio Shack, so I don't think it can make it.
It has China on the on-off switch right here.
It does.
But
This chair is creaky too.
we made an executive decision to not use the onboard microphone that my camera from 2010 has.
Yeah.
So also if it looks like shit, it's not going to look like that anymore. This is a one.
We look stunning.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. And the lower quality the equipment, the better we're going to look.
Yeah, I think that's how everyone got famous in the 90s.
Yes, exactly.
That's good. Yeah, this is very symbolic for how our country is going right now because, to be honest, it just has to happen. It just has to happen without you even knowing it. Just like how Kamala will be our president. We are not going to vote for her. I'm going to be honest. We are going to vote for her, but we're not going to vote her into office.
Right.
Do you see where I'm going with this? I think you do.
Yes.
Because he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone, and now all the men have to be gone. And when he dies in like a week, and she's in office, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, she can actually do the job. This is not that bad." It's gonna be rough at first.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, burning stuff and be very upset, and they're gonna be like, she's gonna get her period, and it's like, I don't think so. I don't know. And then she'll be in office for a few weeks, and they'll be like, she's not even pregnant. She can do this.
Yeah.
And it's lead by example, which is why it's like, Natalie, you used to be engineering the show a little bit when we recorded at Gas, and now you're the co-host. Look at that. Look how full circle it is.
Yeah.
You basically, you took out Max just like Kamala took
Sniped
out Joe.
the shit out of him, and this was not my intention at all. Also, love him too. Like, there's nothing but love from this room.
Yeah.
And
We love him. He has no idea he's not on it anymore.
And
Actually, I think he does, because I haven't gotten a call from him in a week.
yeah, we were supposed to record.
Supposed to record.
You'd think that if he wanted to be on it, he would have called.
Yeah, but you know what? No, he has to focus on his show. Let him focus on his show and be the star.
I hope his show does great.
I hope so too.
I hope ours does great also.
Yeah, it's really good. No, it's really, it's a good thing.
So we're buying new equipment.
We're buying new equipment. Gonna look hot to tot.
Yes.
The Patreon's getting totally redone. So if you want to support me and Natalie, that's what you're going to be doing.
We do have a $20 simp tier if you want to get nothing in return and send us $20 a month.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. You get absolutely nothing.
You get a thank you from us.
No, not from me. Not from me.
You get a thank you from me. If you spend $20 a month, I will say thank you.
That sums us up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to play good cop, bad cop a little bit.
Always. Sometimes we got to switch it up, though.
Yeah.
I got to be a little soft sometimes. I know.
Like when I was yelling about predators, that was bad cop.
That was bad cop.
And you were good cop. But,
Hey.
you know, we're versatile.
We got rid of the predator on the show.
And now there's no predator vibes.
No predator vibes. It's very light.
I feel lighter.
I feel much lighter. This is nice.
Yeah.
And everyone in the room is paying attention to the podcast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I can see the time. So now you can't guess the time anymore.
And I was very good at doing that.
But also, can you read the time on that screen?
Yeah. I see. Oh, wait. 7:14.
Yeah, look at you. You can read.
That's pretty good. I can read. No, I just learned it last week, just like how the country learned about everything.
Yeah.
No, I was just telling Natalie before we started, I was like, I think we look good. I was like, but I definitely need glasses. I'm fucking blind, but I guess I can see stuff. It's not that I can't see fully. I just used to have perfect vision, and I miss that so.
Yeah, I still have it, so that must be really hard for you.
Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, whatever. Miss 2020 over here.
Is there anything other than that you think, like, from aging that you miss?
Aging?
Just from, like, did you get in an accident?
No, I didn't, you fucking bitch. No, I didn't get into an accident. No, I smoke fucking weed every
And it
day.
affects your vision?
I read a lot. And
I also read a lot.
Sorry, I'm studious. I read a bunch growing up. I'm sorry. I'm an
It was the
introvert.
poor lighting. You were reading under poor lighting,
My mom would
and it
always
affected
yell
your
about
age.
that, and I would always be glued to the phone. I'm 28, okay?
But it is okay, so no, this is what I mean. I didn't mean you're old. I meant like
you better not, bitch.
I meant like you started with vision, and now over time you have less vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are other things that you used to be able to do when you were younger that you can't do anymore? I have
Reach
one.
out, girls like you.
I have one.
What's yours?
Mine is I used to not get motion sick, and I fucking miss that. I used to go.
From everything?
Yeah,
Like
bad.
cars?
Yes.
Oh.
I used to get it from cars as a kid, but I used to be able to go on roller coasters back to back to back,
Okay.
and I can't fucking do that anymore, and I think it's getting old.
Whoa.
You
Maybe. I've never been on a roller coaster.
really?
Yeah, maybe that's the universe saying, don't fucking put yourself in danger, bitch. Don't do it.
But cars though, like
Cars, that's terrible. That's
Yeah.
terrible. I could never imagine that.
yeah. So you don't have it. You're just like I've been perfect since I was born, except for the eyes
Yeah,
thing.
pretty fucking
Okay.
much. No, I'm really trying to think of something that's maybe changed a little. But, I guess I would say sometimes like hearing, I would say like
Okay.
sometimes I'll miss something.
Mine too.
Yeah, I also think that's, again, like we have our headphones in all the time.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
That is definitely it. And also living in New York, like it's just loud.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Like, Natalie came in so clutch. It just reminded me of a story because we were talking to somebody who was partially deaf the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. Just like my memory. But that's different. That's like from like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
from like all the autoimmune shit and whatever. So I'm really bad with remembering stuff sometimes. Like, and I'll get brain fog and I could not. I mean, this woman, she's so nice and she gives me like, she has nicknames for me, which that's when you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to know her name.
Yeah.
And Natalie came in so clutch.
And
And doing the little intro.
At first, she was like, we had sat down and she was like, I need you to introduce yourself before we leave. She planted the seed. I was like, she goes, you have to go up to her and go, hey, I'm Natalie. I don't remember her name. And there kept
Cooler than that.
yes, but there kept being times where I could have. And she goes, what, you missed your shot. Why you do?
It was every time. I was like, oh.
And then I went, as I'm leaving, it's subtler. If as I'm leaving, I go, by the way, if you're friends with Sabrina, I should introduce myself. And that's exactly what I did. I gave a click.
It was so perfect.
Yeah.
Any friend of Sabrina is a friend of mine. That was the line you said. And I thought, oh my God, this is how Natalie gets pussy. It was so smooth.
It's not working. It's not working.
It was so smooth.
I need to use it to get pussy is what I need.
You do. It was so perfect. I was like, oh my God, Nat.
Yeah.
It was killer. It was
Yeah.
clutch. And then I was really smart about it because saying bye, I didn't use her name that time. I just stuck to my normal, like, babe, honey,
Yeah.
whatever. And then I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
You did it, soldier.
Seamless. How was your weekend? I haven't seen you. I saw you.
Last night.
I saw you last night. I'm kidding. I saw you last night, but we did not.
Last night. And we talked about the deaf.
Yes, we did talk about the deaf and the blind.
That's funny. The deaf and the blind. Oh, it was the blind, right.
Sympathy for a lot of groups.
Yeah, we were very sympathetic. We weren't making jokes at all.
So we actually weren't making jokes.
We weren't. That just sounded very sarcastic when I said it.
We really weren't. But because I had a weekend, but I'm not just gonna go. Let me talk about my weekend. I want to hear about
not?
yours
Do it.
first, at least. Just give me like a 2-second high points. What'd you do this weekend?
Well, it's Saturday.
Yeah, last weekend.
Oh, last weekend? Oh, bitch. I just told you my memory. I don't know.
Oh, you're like, I literally don't know what I did last
Just
weekend.
you start, and I'll look at my fucking pictures and see what I did last week.
Okay,
Or my
great.
calendar.
Cool. Went to Boston with
Yeah,
my
you did.
roommate, and it was killer. I haven't been back in a couple of years. The last time I was there was with my ex, which was fine at the time. But my roommate and I are like that. We live together, so we vibe really well. We have very similar travel styles, except that hers is a lot of anti-nausea medication. What I was saying about me being nauseous in moving vehicles, hers is so much worse.
Oh, yeah?
So we were on a train. I specifically got us train tickets instead of bus tickets because I was like, she's not going to last on a bus for 5 hours, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Train's a lot easier, smoother. But other than that, we have very similar travel styles, which is like relatively light, some planning, not like regimented planning, you know?
Yeah.
And so went to my alma mater, saw at Emerson, saw the Common and all that, did a bunch. I'm not going to waste too much time on like every point that I did this weekend. But there was this store.
Okay.
Like, okay, do you care? No one. I feel like no one cares.
No, it's fine. It's just you were so exasperated saying it. You were like, I'm just not gonna do it. And I was like, Natalie, you're becoming kind of Jewish by hanging out with me. Like,
No one cares.
That's fine. Tell me about the stripper pole you guys bought. In
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Down the Boston Common.
So, there's this store on the side of the Common with Edgar Allan Poe memorabilia in it. He lived there, so they claim that a lot.
Cute.
And there's a statue of him there. and there's this store on the side of the Common, on the side with all the Emerson buildings on it. And the first time I ever visited it with my dad, we went in this store because it's dusty. There's like old knickknacks and jewelry and stuff in there. And there was this old woman there who said she went to Emerson and graduated in like 1958 or something, like something really long time ago. And she told us all about Edgar Allan Poe. And it was a very memorable store. And then while I went to school there, I asked if I could film a project in her store because I needed a store. And she let me use it for free, but she did upsell me her book. And I bought her book, which is about her and her sister who were performers in like the 50s, right?
Cool, that's pretty cool.
Cool. And I knew this store, and I went back. I didn't check it when I was with my ex 2 years ago, but I came back with my roommate this past weekend, and I went, there's no way she's still there. And she was.
Whoa!
She was. She's probably
cool.
100. Not literally.
Yeah,
she's probably in her 90s though.
Yeah, did you say like, what's up? It's me.
I said there's no way that she's going to remember me, but I did tell her that she once let me use the store. Because I always felt bad. She let me use the store for free, and I never like gave her a thank you card or anything like that. Like I should have done something like that. I did buy her book though, which was expensive.
Yeah.
And I said, I used to go to school here, haven't been back in a while. You once let me use the store, and I always really appreciated that. And she was like, oh, that's so cool. She was talking about, she's making like old lady noises the whole time, like every time she breathes, she'd be like, but she was so sweet and nice, and again tried to upsell me on her book.
Of course.
And
you're like, I have it.
And then she was like, do we have this other book? Do you have this one? And I was like, no. And she's like, you want it? And I was like, I'm not. I have something. I said, no, thank you, but I have something else I want to buy. And there was like Edgar Allan Poe themed soap, which was like, I gave that to my parents. Like I gave my parents each a bar of soap. And I did call, and it was like $25 for 2 fucking bars of soap. It was not cheap.
Of course it was.
And I called my dad as soon as I leave. And I go, do you remember the lady in the Edgar Allan Poe store? He goes, of course. I go, she's still alive. And he's like, no way. But anyway, I think she's a witch.
Yeah.
I think she's immortal.
For sure. That's how she has all these books. I'm sure there's a couple cauldrons lying around.
Yeah. But that was the... Sabrina asked before this if there's any wacky stories that happened to me in Boston. I said no. It was very regular. I got a lobster roll. We went to Quincy Market.
Cool.
Like, we saw the seals outside the aquarium.
I did all that in Boston, minus the seals.
Yeah.
Went to Harvard. This was years ago. Went to Harvard and just to see it because none of my friends are smart enough to get in.
No, of course.
But there's that statue, and you touch the foot of it. If you go there for the first time, you guys should do this if you go to Boston. Touch the foot, and then they take a photo, and they're like, pose. This is what everyone does when they come here, and then they start laughing because they're like, nah, this is where all the frat guys piss.
Oh.
And it's like a trick, and I was like, dumb bitches go to Brandeis. How do you even fucking know this?
That's so funny. I did not know about that, and I'm glad that I didn't know about that. I did get brunch with a friend from college on Sunday, and that was the only time that I spent in Cambridge, around Harvard.
Yeah, that's cute.
But that's it. Yeah, it was cute.
There's an amazing place called In a Pickle in Boston. It's more towards, where Brandeis is, which I'm blanking on the town, Amherst?
Amherst, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And it's there, and it's amazing.
I'll check it out.
Go next time.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. In a Pickle.
Yeah, I went to Tate, which is a force there. It's a chain of cafes.
Okay.
And felt initiated because all my friends always talk about Tate and how good the coffee is.
Was it good? Was it worth the hype?
It was worth the hype, but more about the atmosphere. It was just like a classy cafe. We went there twice. As soon as we got off the train, because there was one right outside of South Station.
Oh, I love that.
So we got our first breakfast there was at noon on Friday because we got on our train at 7 a.m. Oh, I almost forgot my wallet at my apartment. I did forget my wallet at my apartment before we were leaving. So I was having, just last minute, was having my friend take care of my apartment to take care of the cat, and was like, you have to bring me my wallet, and was a real one, and did take care of it and bring it to me.
Very
so
kind.
within 5 minutes of the train fucking getting there.
Wild.
So it just worked out because, yeah.
That's amazing.
My fucking cat, I was like, she's going to be a bitch this morning. So, feed her early. So hopefully he did. But
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did. She's still alive.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Got the wallet back.
Yes.
Retrieved. I didn't have that luck when I was going to New Orleans in May. And I was so anxious about going, and I fucking, of course, forgot my whole wallet, and I realized it in the Uber.
No!
And I forgot all my cash, I forgot everything, and I was like, and I just like burst it out. I had my ID, and that was it, and I'm like, yeah, it was in my planner, and I just like burst out crying. I mean, I was like, oh, I know I shouldn't. Also, and then I was running through Newark, because of course, like, was late, this whole thing.
Yeah.
And like, it was just a disaster. My bag burst open, like, I lost my bikinis.
You did tell me that.
Very sad.
Devastating.
Yeah, you guys, very tragic. I was so planning to wear the bikini too for the 1,000th
Yeah.
subscriber. Yes, great way to put that. And damn, I lost it.
Yeah.
It's gone. It was custom made.
Amazing that you had your ID on you.
Yeah, well, I have a planner that I have everything, like, some things usually I have like a debit, credit card, and like my ID in it.
Right.
But I just decided to move everything into the wallet except for the ID. And it's like, I'm usually very, like a little chaotic,
Yeah.
like where I'm like, ooh, my ID's not here, but I have a photo, or I have this, I have whatever. And
Right.
I'm always like, oh, it's in another bag, or it's in my planner, or it's somewhere. It's like always mixing it up. But it was fucked. And yeah. I was like, huh, do I take this as a sign to not go?
That I shouldn't be there?
Yeah.
Would you say that you shouldn't have gone?
No, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I thought
Cool.
it was a good time. I've never, I had a good time. I had a really good time.
Nice.
As opposed to what I did last week, I'm not talking about it.
Okay.
I had fun.
That means it was good.
I had a good week.
Cool.
I had a good week.
I like it.
And then, what else did I do? Obviously very, very busy. Oh, I did some fun shows.
Cute.
I don't know. I worked. Not as fun.
Not
Just
fun.
kidding. That was fun. I actually like my job, my day job.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
It's very rare to like your day job, and I actually do, and I like the people that come in.
Yeah.
And I like the people I work with. Granted, I work with like a person at a time, but still.
That's huge, though. That
Yeah.
makes a big difference for if you like your job.
Giant fucking difference. I have worked so many day jobs. So much, between like fucking retail and then, I don't know, hosting. When I was hosting at Daddy's, that place which was so creepy. Daddy's, welcome to Daddy's.
Ugh.
Gross, dude. Gross. And I just saw actually how funny, because like people will follow you when you're working at a place. Like this place is obnoxious, West Village, like whatever. And people would always like slip me money to like skip the line, get a table. Ridiculous. I'm like, for your DECICCO pasta? Like that's great. Like that's your family's pasta. Like
Yeah,
it's
I know, it's so true.
so easy to just get. Like what? Fine. I'm like, here, pay $22 for this and skip the line, give me a 50.
Yeah.
Like, fine. And they would all follow me on Instagram and all bullshit, like, oh, I want us to come to a show, whatever. Once I left, they all unfollowed me, and I was like, guess not.
Yeah, literally.
But I only realized because I was going through it the other day, and I saw, and I was like, huh, not following me, huh? And I was like, in what world would I want to follow some finance guy from West Village I have nothing in common with, has 168 followers?
Get his ass.
I would want to bang that guy.
Yeah, privately, and then block him.
Yes.
Just kidding, we don't really block here, correct? Is that a thing that you told me, that you're like, I don't really block people unless they...
I think I was making fun of a quote of like, I don't block, I don't delete.
Maybe, because you are pro-block.
Yeah, I think block whoever the fuck you want.
But do you?
Yeah, I block whoever I want.
Okay.
Not like, I don't, okay, what do you mean? Do I go out of my way for someone else?
I Yeah, I just mean like on Instagram, I don't think I have anyone blocked, and I think that's not true. Before I made my private account actually private and people started to wise up to my presence on the internet through gas.
Yeah.
There were people that would leave weird comments on my personal photos, and those people I blocked. But that's like 4 people. By the time that I made my account private, I didn't need to do that anymore.
That's not bad.
But like, I know plenty of people that are like, block this guy. Like, I don't care. I have so many people blocked. I just didn't know if that was your vibe.
I have a bunch of people blocked, but it's usually like creepy shit. I get
Yeah.
a lot of creepy fucking messages. And I'm not talking about just like nice messages or even when it's like nice tits. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't block for that. I don't block for that shit. I don't really care, whatever. I get a lot of like mommies with the like drooling, you know. I don't block for that. It's gross. I don't block, but whatever. I'm flattered. But I do block if somebody sends me a video of them jerking off or something like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Somebody started sending me videos of them starting comedy, doing open mics, and they want to open for me, which I don't know where they think I'm going. Thank you, though. But I'm like, sure, yeah. Well, you can open for me in the corner of fucking Mott Street. Where the fuck am I opening up? What? I'm doing the theater in the corner.
So you blocked this guy? I'm kidding.
I should. I've been teetering. I was like, if he sends me one more open mic clip, I might do it. But not really. You know.
Yeah.
That's more like for shits and gigs type of block. Now, see, the only time we've needed the man here is I would need a water. And I can't throw in, say, puppy, get me a water.
Here, hold this.
Yeah, I'll get it. Here.
Okay. Vamp. Yeah, I don't think I have anyone blocked, although I will say, and I felt kind of mean about this, but this is just like what it's like out here, I guess, and if you're a woman dating in the world, I'm sure you do this a lot. A guy had matched with me on Hinge because he had an interesting first message where he was like, oh, I know these people from Emerson, do you know them? So I started the conversation that way. And then I like didn't reply right away, and he sent me several messages back to back. And then after a couple days was like, hey, if you're still interested in talking, like, I can add you on Instagram or something.
That guy I told you to block.
Yes, and I foolishly went, because I go through phases where I'm like, why am I doing this if I don't care? And other phases being like, why would I not just stack 2 dates a week for the rest of the summer, you know?
Sure.
With whoever. The first dates, like, I don't give a fuck, you know? So I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Add this guy, but it doesn't end well because I added him on Instagram, and he sent me a couple messages on there, and then I went, I don't want to talk to this guy. I actually don't. I didn't think he was that attractive. So
Catch that you're not attractive.
he doesn't know who I am. I always give my private Instagram. I never give my public one for stuff like that. Unless I meet someone if I meet someone on Hinge, I'm going to give them my private one. If I meet someone at a bar, I do kind of want to flex a little bit and give them my public one.
Of course.
But he sent me a bunch of messages, and by a bunch I mean like 5, 4, not crazy, on Instagram, and I went,
think that's a lie.
and I went, I simply don't want to talk to you. So I removed his follow, unfollowed him, and deleted his message. And I didn't block him. I didn't need to block him because he hasn't requested to follow me again. And I unmatched him. And did I tell the story on here about the girl that did that to me?
I don't know if you told the story on here or if we were just talking privately.
If I said it on here, apologies.
Whatever, but it was wild. You should say the story.
I matched with a girl on Hinge. We didn't have that many messages, but we talked about, she had something in her bio about If I Did It by O.J. Simpson. And I went, oh, is that exactly what, like, we had exchanged like 2 messages about it. And then I go, is it exactly what it sounds like? I've been thinking of reading it. And then a little while later, she sends me a voice message being like, so I'm sorry for taking a week to reply. I've been traveling. She tells me all about the book and why she thinks it's interesting. And then at the end, she goes, also, I can talk about many other things besides O.J. Simpson. If you'd like to talk about other stuff, we should get a drink.
Why?
she's like, I promise I know about things other than O.J. Simpson. And I went, yeah, because I thought she was cute. And I go, yeah, let's talk on Instagram. And she goes, great. And it's probably like a test to see if I actually listened to the whole voice message to ask me out at the end of it.
Right.
And
Smart.
kind of smart, right?
Smart. That's a girl move.
It's a girl move.
I wouldn't even think of it.
It's a girl move. We added each other on Instagram, and then the next day I go to like make plans with her, and she had blocked me and unmatched me. And blocked because I couldn't find her username again when I tried to find it.
So you know.
And I go, you asked me, you know? So I'm like, it's literally just like, oh, I kind of get it now, what dudes go through. Where it's like, you could think you're doing really well with a chick, and all of a sudden she blocks and unmatches you for apparently no reason. Like, it's tough.
I am curious where the fuck her head was at.
I think I said maybe she got in a relationship and like deleted the apps.
It was just so fast.
But someone goes, maybe she was never out of a relationship and the partner found out, you know?
Yeah.
So, either way, I kind of had to do that to that other guy. But I didn't block him. He got a hint and didn't try to follow me again, so.
You didn't get the hint at first, though, by sending multiple messages. I do think that you have to get hints at some point. You gotta get hints.
And at the very least, like, if you're gonna shoot, in my opinion, if you're talking to a girl on Hinge and like me, she doesn't reply very often, but you want to make a last shot just in case, do it with an ask out on a date.
I agree. And I say ask out that day. When I was like really working the apps after my relationship like ended, like I remember just sending out, I was like, drink tonight, meet me here. Because you know what, to be honest, I don't like the back and forth. I don't even answer text messages. I have like 400 and something unread messages, okay? It's insane.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do the back and forth. They're not going to get me via text.
Yeah.
Just get a drink with me. And if you don't like it and I don't like it, we can leave and, you know, then whatever. Good night.
Yeah.
New York is huge.
Yes. Plenty of fish, etc.
Fish. Go, go, go. Guppy,
Yes.
guppy, guppy.
Exactly. So I feel like if you're gonna multiple message, like I don't think. Sorry, that was gross. I don't think that.
Into the mic?
I did.
Oh my god.
I pulled
oh
it.
my god, you pulled a Mac.
I pulled it away like this.
At least you pulled it away. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's how Best Buys get shut
Yeah.
down. The Best Buy in Soho is shut down, you guys.
Tell them about that.
That's what I'm going to. During COVID, I went with my ex-boyfriend to Best Buy. Okay, I went with my ex-boyfriend to Best Buy. I feel so strong with this little mic in my hand. This is wild. If you're watching on YouTube, you're probably like, holy shit, this is hilarious. If you're listening to it, it is literally the size of penises I've sucked, honestly. I mean, it's a few inches. It's decent.
Yeah, it's like a 5.
It's a 5. It's a good 5.
We're not mad at a good 5.
Never mad at a good 5. So, we're at the Best Buy, and we're talking to one of the employees, and this is during, again, COVID, so everyone's in masks, and in the middle of his sentence, he just burps. And as he does so, doesn't say excuse me, doesn't close his mouth, doesn't acknowledge it, he just does it. And then keeps going with the sentence. And now, today, found out that this Best Buy just permanently closed after like 20 plus years on Broadway. And I blame it on the burper. I think when you're fucking disgusting, that's what shuts down an entire company.
Yeah. It's his fault.
So if the company gets shut down right now, if our company gets shut down, Natalie,
it's for me.
It's not because of you, because you pulled the mic away.
Thank God. In the dire moments.
You can't have mic burpers in the room.
Yes. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
Men on Hinge. Oh, if you're gonna shoot your last shot, do it in a date. Ask out.
ask out.
Yeah.
Just ask out. Just ask for a fucking drink,
Yeah.
but don't ask for too many.
Yeah. Or a coffee if you're not if you're not a drinker.
When I say a drink, I literally mean
A beverage.
A beverage. You can get a latte. You can get like a cocktail. You can get a mocktail. You can do whatever. But what you did was good. Like you went on the ice cream date.
Yeah.
That's
This is last night. Went on an ice cream date. It was all this guy's planning.
Very cute.
Coffee. Go to the Armory, had a balloon exhibit, which was very odd.
It's just fucking weird.
But there were carnival games that we played, and that was fun.
Very cute.
And it was literally just a backdrop to walk around and talk.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad at. It was low stakes, and a first date should be low stakes. I hated dinner.
Hated dinner.
Don't
Hated
do that.
dinner.
So we walked around this balloon, and by balloon exhibit I mean like not about balloons. It was just it was a lot of families with children. It was balloon sculptures. So it was things sculpted out of balloons.
Oh, okay.
And also some carnival games where you like throw like the plastic balls that they have in like ball pits, you throw them at a screen and like hit stuff.
Let me ask you something. Did you have to pay for this?
No.
No, free date?
Oh, no.
Free-
I didn't have to pay for it.
No, not you. Of course you didn't have to pay.
Yes, you did have to pay for it.
You did have to pay. So there was an entrance fee?
Yeah.
Okay. That's making this better. I just want to say about dinner, one thing. Don't ever do dinners, because dinners you have to sit there and you have to maybe, start talking about like, what you eat, what you don't eat, do you share, do you not share, what do you do?
And also I'll say I feel like, and maybe guys deal with this too, but girls I know that like feel uncomfortable eating in front of someone new in a romantic setting.
Oh, I can't.
I'm
so bad with that.
Yeah, I'm sure guys deal with that too sometimes.
Literally, I just ate a salad in front of this dude that I've been hooking up with for the first time ever. I ate in front of him. I was like, okay, can you believe it?
Yeah, I eat sometimes.
I did it.
But the balloon thing was good because it was something to do. So we got the coffee first. We walked around with the coffee looking at balloons.
We just promoted ED on the show. I hope you knew that. Not erectile dysfunction. Just we're like, hey, eating disorders, just enable them.
I mean, go eat out. Go eat somewhere else.
It's so expensive. It's so expensive. You sit there. What if you hate the date? Especially in a place like New York City, it's expensive to sit for dinner. It's going to be at least an hour.
Yeah, it's
a drink, a cocktail, in and out, 15 minutes if you ate it.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like maybe this is something that I have to get over. But I feel like if a dude spends a lot of money on me, then I have to put out.
Oh, I feel that.
Right? So I'm like, if we get coffee and go to the balloon thing, I'm like, there's no pretext of I have to fuck you after this.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that's why like I'm so done fucking broke dudes, aka like open micers or like low level whatever, anything, scumbags.
Yeah.
Because they will like take you out for like a donut and be like yeah, and they're like, I paid for your donut. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that was a whole $3 for both of us.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you want to be, like, I'm gracious. Like, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Like, I don't really care about what you spend, but, like, I'm like, oh, no. If you're gonna spend like that, like, it's like,
Yeah. So, and then we got ice cream afterward, and that was great.
But
Van Leeuwen.
Van Leeuwen's the best.
Great.
Shout out to Ben Van Leeuwen.
So expensive.
Speaking of followers on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna come up with our own ice cream one day.
Yeah.
I'm putting it into the universe.
Yes, definitely.
We did unwrap like a couple months ago, talk about like those random ice cream toppings we would do, and how waffle cone pieces should be a part of it. So I'm gonna BVL
Take
is coming your way.
But I point out that it was
So
expensive
good.
because it was fun to be gotten it for free.
Yeah, that's fair. It is expensive. / this makes me really want it afterward.
Yeah, kind of.
We should go. The OG shop is like,
Oh, cute. Okay.
it's
Yeah,
delicious.
absolutely.
love it. So good.
Speaking of places like that, I also passed Levain Bakery on the way here, which I had never actually been to.
You've never been to Levant?
I've had it. I've had the cookies, but I've never been inside.
Okay, well, you didn't pass it. The original one, you passed one. The original one, Upper West Side, 74.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that, you just know, it's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
It is a basement. There is a line that is so long normally, unless like you go in like a Tuesday morning or something. It's like, it used to be a local spot, and now it's like, it can go in your freezers. I mean, if you guys go to Whole Foods, you can get it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as good. Don't think you're having the real experience, but they're good.
But it scratches the
They're not
itch.
bad.
Yeah.
They're good during a period.
Yeah.
So during like a little period time, if you're like, I can't get there, but I have them in the freezer. It's like, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I wish they had the cookie dough in the freezer, giving them an idea. Obviously, they're listening.
Of course.
And yeah, they're just
All iconic dessert brands of New York are listening to our show. I told you, right, the first, which is a thing that I've mentioned on the show before, so go back to my second episode of the show, the threesome, how we had cookies afterward.
Which, yeah.
That they keep the cookie dough in the freezer and scoop it out. They don't do this anymore. But there was a period of time where they were making so many cookies that they would just keep the dough in the freezer, and post-sex would each take out the equivalent of one cookie and put it in the oven.
I don't know if you know if that's how sex is good. It's not like it's like we have to wait for this to bake. Like it's nice to like pull out like a nice like J cigarette something and like cigar, sit back, and it's like, oh my god, that was fucking amazing. Like a martini. Sorry, it's true, a martini. Sorry about your latte. Do you want to hold it? You really like this little thing.
No, I just felt...
Is it because you're like just like trying to get out there with these dudes, so you're like, this is a good starter? It's a good... No, you're like, this is a good starter.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to just get used to like holding it.
I have to be respectful to it.
Yes, for sure. Smacking around a little bit.
I just didn't know if
Call it a bad boy.
I could get behind this.
Yeah, why not? Hello. Hello, you.
Yeah, there we go. But,
All these dessert spots.
dessert spots, yes.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
What else did you want to get to?
It's really hard because, you know, we don't... See, this is what happens when we don't have a man around. We don't have a prompter. We don't have a schedule. We don't know what we're doing. Like, I think we both just got pregnant immediately. And now it's like, I have, like, baby brain. I'm like, who knows? What are we talking about? I don't know. Boobies and boggles and babas and...
Periods.
And periods, me periods so bad. No, it's weird. Ever since Max is gone, I stopped getting my period. It's like the universe is like, let me take the pain away.
So funny.
Dude, the Olympics, what I write? Balloons, Boston ass bitch. That's you.
Got to those second two, yeah.
The Olympics, I just will say this. I think it's, I don't want to get political.
Okay.
I'm just going to say this.
Okay.
I saw something, how they wouldn't let the Israelis, the swim team, don't get in your phone at this point when I'm talking about the Israel stuff, Natalie.
Yeah, sorry.
You have to pay attention.
Okay.
Okay, I know you want to get to Gaza.
Okay. Yeah.
But they didn't let them wear the home pins,
Okay.
bring them home now pins. Okay, fine. I think it's more because of, I'm just going to be honest, I think it's more just because the Olympics likes all of their stuff to be unified.
Sure.
And they send, like any of the Olympians aren't allowed to wear anything that is not approved. I think you
Right.
get points marked. So for that, I will just say, like, I don't know in the past, don't fucking kill me, Jews, sorry. But like, correct me, maybe I'm wrong, if you're allowed to wear anything, but I don't think you are. I think that goes against regulations. So they wound up doing like a synchronized swim where they wrote like, bring them home now.
Right.
And I just want to say, they're going to get points taken off, but really insane penmanship.
Yeah.
For the water?
Yeah, Jesus.
I was like, whoa, I'm going to get the photo up.
Yeah.
But
I have not watched any of the Olympics.
yeah, I just saw it on like an Instagram story. I was watching.
Yeah, I tend to lean more toward the Winter Olympics. Whoa, that's crazy. Whoa, that's so detailed.
I know. I'm gonna send it to you and you're gonna put it on. But isn't that
What country is
crazy?
that? Israel. I'm so stupid.
I think it's Palestine.
Could have been, I mean, obviously it's not going to be America, but it could have been like
No, definitely not.
something like that.
No, we're not going to do that for the war we're funding.
No.
Are you kidding? Oh,
Yeah, it's so true.
That's literally saying we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. No
Yeah.
way. No.
Yeah.
And then they have the ribbon, and then they make their own ribbon in the water. And then that was so cool. And then they make a Jewish star, which I think
that's cool.
that's very cool. Push, maybe we're pushing that a little. I get that. Maybe then they go, okay. I'm like, all right, I get that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very cool, very creative. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot on TikTok about the unboxings, unpackings, and that's why I guess I know this random factoid about the Olympics with the stuff, because they open their stuff and they're like, I can only wear this for surfing. Like all the surfers, they're so hot.
Yeah.
They're on their own Olympic cruise. The Olympics, they don't have real beds for the Olympics.
Yeah.
They have cardboard beds, and they say it's
So they don't fuck.
so they don't fuck, but these are Olympians, they're gonna fuck against walls and everything. And they also then showed it on TikTok. They were like, 9 of us can jump on this, no problem. And I was like, that's an orgy.
It's so funny to be like, these are Olympians, so they have no problem fucking against walls. That's so funny, and I didn't even think about it. They're so agile and flexible, like they can fuck in any position that they want.
They're gonna go anywhere. If I
That's so funny.
if I can fuck in a random fucking bathroom stall,
Right.
I think those people can figure out something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that my gymnast skills from when I was 12 came back and my cheerleading just pops out.
Yeah.
But it does.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think those world-class athletes might know a thing or two about how to fuck
Yeah.
without the cardboard bed. Crazy
Yeah.
enough.
Yes.
I think they're gonna plop that mattress up, put it against the wall, and just boom.
You think they are having orgies?
Oh, they do. They all talk about the Olympic Village is like Orgyville. That was their whole thing because they are so focused the whole year.
That sounds fun as fuck.
It's crazy. It makes you want to be a champion. It makes you want to all of a sudden get into sports.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I'm like, yeah, their whole thing, they're known for the Olympic Village for having massive fucking orgies and a lot of sex and doing their things. They're focusing all year on, and for years and years, on the Olympics. They're not going out on dates. If you ever watched the beautiful film Stick It from 2006, beautiful film. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Really?
No.
Then you would know that these athletes can't date. And
Yes, I did know that they're not supposed to date.
so when they're finally there, like they're not having sex. They are all pent up. They're
Yeah.
fucking like rabbits.
Yeah.
Everyone's banging.
Yeah.
Which is why you always see after the Olympics, you'll never see like after a movie, like all of a sudden the movie stars will like all of a sudden get together, co-stars will be a thing, or like as the press
Yeah.
is coming out. Olympians don't do that shit. They all of a sudden date anybody else, and people are like, oh, they're in a relationship. It's like, yeah, they were single during the games because they were having a lot of games.
Yeah.
They were playing a lot.
Yeah. So like leading up to the Olympics, they're pent up as fuck, and then they fuck a bunch during the Olympics, and then after that, they're like, I don't ever want to see these people ever again.
100%.
Yeah, that makes total sense and sounds hot as fuck.
I know. I don't know what I was Googling. I was Googling something. Oh, Stick It.
Oh yeah.
But the Olympics are taking place in Paris, but the surfing Olympics, which everyone's paying attention to this year because they're very hot,
Yes.
it's taking place in Tahiti. So, and that's how they're saying it. So I'm going with that.
Sure.
And they're all on a floating cruise ship, except for Team USA. We're such assholes, and we have a villa.
That's American.
And yeah, of course. Stick It. Here we go.
Oh, so this is
This is the beautiful film. Haley is a naturally gifted athlete, but with her social behavior, the teen seems intent on squandering her abilities. Yikes. After a final brush with the law, a judge sentenced her to an elite gymnast academy. Oh, it's run by pedophiles. Look at that. It's run by predators.
Holes, but gymnastics instead of digging holes.
Way better than that. It is a silly, goofy, like 2000s movie.
It has a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's how you know it's great.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's great. It's super ridiculous.
Yeah, I love it. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, yeah.
If it's anything like the other movie that I'm thinking of is the one where the the figure skater needs a partner, so they make the hockey guy be her partner, and they like fight, but then they do the figure skating together or whatever.
Ice Princess?
No, but I also did think of Ice Princess.
Immediately
Oh,
thought
you're
of Ice-
ruining your dream. No, I'm ruining yours,
I'm
Mom.
ruining yours, Mom. Done. Michelle Trachtenberg goes off into the distance of the
I
ice.
love her. I hope she's doing well.
I love her too. I really hope she's okay. I think she's doing great.
Yeah.
I hear they're like rebooting something that she's coming back to.
She was Harriet in Harriet the Spy, which was one of my favorite movies as a kid, and I've felt connected to her since then.
I've never watched that. I'm trying to find these hot Olympians. We're going to get better about the videos, you guys. Now we're going to actually be on top of it, and we're going to be playing the videos like
Yeah.
normal and
Yeah.
like, you know, whatever.
We also, in theory, could do a part 2 to our yearbook.
I was just about to fucking say that. Swear to God. Holy shit. Same wavelength. We're going to do the part 2.
Yeah.
It was kind of rushed because I was rushing to Real Ass Podcast last time. If you haven't watched the episode, check it out. Definitely fun.
She plugs
super
this
fun.
show. Oh, wait,
plug-
if you are here from hearing about it on Real Ass Podcast,
yeah.
you should leave a comment, because I saw
below.
someone comment
I
that.
saw that too. Hell yeah. Welcome, you guys. We're so excited to be growing. Just keep subscribing and sharing and all that shit. Like, definitely share, even if you're calling us like stupid bitches. We really don't care.
Yeah,
We're fucking hyped.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just growing. Patreon, new Patreon tiers will be coming out this week. Just starts at $1 to get every single episode previously. Few will be on YouTube, doing some changes to the YouTube too, to the channel.
Big things coming, as they say.
Big things coming.
Yeah.
And they come in small packages, just like Simone Biles.
And just like this microphone.
And us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simone
so-
Biles, she's still going.
She's still going.
This is
Love
her
her.
third Olympics. I couldn't believe it, and I was thinking, like, she's got a little old. And that's on me. I'm sorry. I just forgot she was so young when she started. She's only
Yeah.
27. She's your age. She's a
Yeah.
year younger than me.
Yeah.
She's a fucking boss. I can't wait to see. I think there's a new girl. It starts with, I believe, an S. She's like an Asian girl repping
Okay.
USA.
Okay.
She looks like she's going to be a fucking killer out there on the floor. It's going to be insane. And obviously, we have our finger on the pulse of sports.
Attractive people performing.
100%.
Athletic.
They're hot flipping around.
Love it.
Love it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comment, share, like.
It's not going to look or sound like this next week, so if it looks and sounds like we're in 2012, that's why. This is my, if anyone knows about cameras, this is my Panasonic GH2, and I had to reset the time when I opened it, and the default year was 2010.
Hell yeah.
So it will not look or sound like this, but we can hold this microphone moving forward because it's so adorable. It just won't sound like
so
this.
adorable. It's so adorable. It's so fun. We won't do the piss pass and everything.
No.
You've been incredible. Thank you for being my mic stand.
Of course.
Amazing.
course.
And
There you
yeah, my camera. I'll say the story.
Yeah.
It's a quick one. It kicked. My camera is also from 2012, and it was working up until I don't know when. And just kidding. I do. Should I say a story?
Yeah,
Okay. It might give people goosebumps, so if you don't like paranormal stuff,